Okay, so we're gonna get started real quick. I was trying to give students a few minutes to get in here. Let me just take quick attendance and do some housekeeping items. Can everyone turn on their camera for a brief second? I just want to make sure. I was talking to staff that certain things are working. Here's another student. Okay, I'm waiting for the student to come in the room. It says they're here. Okay, I think I see. Who is that? Okay, either they left or they came in. All right, but oh, there. Okay, that's Lisa. Takes a second. Okay, Lisa, you there?
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
All right. Hey, hey. All right. So everyone, can you turn on your cameras for a moment? Okay, who's this? This is Courtney. Cool. Thanks, Courtney. Who is that? That is Lisa. No, that's not Lisa. Okay, that's Angel. I saw the top of your head. Sorry about that. Lisa, does your camera work? And Aaliyah, does your camera work?
We could turn off our cameras now.
Yeah, you're good now. I just wanted to make sure they work. Lisa, are you having trouble? Aaliyah? Uh-oh. All right. When you get a chance, try to let me know if it works or not, because they had to contact Irving and Rush to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, you got to turn the camera on, Lisa. Oh, I didn't see it, Lisa. Sorry. Thank you.
I did 3 times.
Aaliyah, no, I was trying to get to the
Oh,
right screen,
it's
Lisa. My
okay.
bad. We got another student coming in here. Psycho 59. All right, we got to get better about this. Who is Psycho 59?
It's okay.
I don't know.
You can,
No, I'm asking Psycho 59 because I can't take attendance with Psycho 59. Don't be here and you can't get credit for attendance because you got some weird name. I don't know who me is. Who is me?
That's me. I don't know. I'm doing it on my phone. I don't know how
See,
to work it.
Mario. Okay, and then
Mario.
we got Lisa. No, not Lisa. I'm sorry, Jacqueline. All right. So can you two turn on your cameras before we get started? Because I have to check that. That's the principal's asking.
That violates my
No,
privacy.
your camera, Mario. And Jacqueline, can you turn on yours real quick?
We have to turn them on.
Yeah, we have to turn them on just for a
Wait, but
moment.
I could turn it back off.
Yes,
Right?
but I need to make sure it works, Jacqueline. You got to turn it on for a brief moment. I'm looking at the screen to see
Permission
if you
for
turn it
camera was denied. Please enable access to your camera in the settings. Not now.
on. You said permission from what?
It said permission for camera was denied.
Okay, we're going to have to look into that. I'm going to follow up with you and then we got to fix your name, man. Because when you come into class pretty soon, you're not going to be able to come into class. Oh, Border snuck in here.
That's my
You want to
personal
speak on that, Miss?
email.
I know, but we got to
I'm
create you a
sorry.
new email real soon. Go ahead, Borders.
Uh,
The two students with the nicknames. Who is that? C Money and
That's
who is Psycho
Courtney,
50?
Mario. I think that's it.
Who's which one is Psycho 59?
That's Mario.
Mario. Which Mario?
Carvajal.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. That's got to change by next week.
why I gotta. I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to make a new email because this is my personal email.
So please do that. Please do that ASAP.
But
Yeah, it
I
has to be a
don't.
professional email because
I can
if
still. I could join in with any email.
any Gmail, yeah,
Oh, I
you
didn't
just
know
need
that.
you need
Because
you need something
this
right
was
because
linked to my regular one.
no, you need a more professional version.
Your name has to be on there, man.
All right, Mims just left. Okay, let me write
I
that. Oh, she's back. Okay, okay, all right. So I wanted to get those out of the way. Borders, was there anything you want to share for the good of the group?
No, I'm just getting the count for GGI.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay. No problem. All right, so I think I've taken attendance. We're gonna go right into our norms. Does everybody see the screen I'm on? Let me make sure you can view what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna call on you one by one. We have behavior and academic norms we need to discuss. All right, and we just gotta say them. So starting with Mario, number one. Mario, can you read number one?
Damn, that was muted. No one has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you, sir. Jacqueline, number two.
I'm sorry, your
Vacation, the
screen
classroom, or
froze. I
escaping.
have to leave.
Thank you.
Your screen froze,
You
and I
said what,
couldn't hear
Angel?
you.
Okay, are you
So,
good now?
yeah, I'm good. I can hear.
Can you read number three though? Ain't
Yeah, I can't see
okay.
number
So
three.
I'll try to figure that out with you. Let me zoom in some more.
Oh, wait, I think I see it.
Go ahead.
We will never behave in a way to discredit ourselves, our school, and our family.
Thank you, sir. Courtney, number four.
And it's still Academy Southwest students always lady or Jenna.
Thank you, sir. Leah, number five.
We take pride in Exterior Academy of Southwest.
Thank you. Lisa, number one.
We respect the opinions of others.
Thank you. Mario, number two. Is he there? Oh, okay.
Respect the culture.
The culture of the classroom.
Say that again, Mario. You was cut off. You
We
just turned your
respect
mic
the
on.
culture of the classroom.
Thank you. Angel, number three.
We artistic and participate.
Courtney, number four. Thank you, Angel.
We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our speakers.
And Miss Mims, number five. Thanks, Courtney.
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary level.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. And that's just for participation points. So you're not wasting your breath at all. All right. So let's get started with today's assignment, right? Everyone, you should be in Edsby and you should see what I'm doing. Do I need to zoom in so you can see it better, or
Yeah.
I want you to go take a moment, get in Edsby, and find this assignment real quick because we're going to discuss it, and we're only going to do three of the problems that say S. A is a
Mr.
problem.
Tyler,
Yes, go ahead.
how you separate your screen like you did last time, like yesterday? I
So
don't
like
know.
this.
Yeah.
All right. So that's resizing the screen. So this was computer science. I can get rid of that. But all you do is resize.
Synchronous problem, something like that.
You said what?
The one that says synchronous problems.
Synchronous problems. Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. My bad
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
for not being perfect.
So now to do that, Angel, you just click on a new tab. I think you can see what I'm doing. Let me review what you guys are viewing. And yeah, you can see it. So here, if you want to resize the screen, you can grab the side of the screen by clicking and holding. You might want to invest in a mouse because doing it on a touchpad is hard, I know. But I'm just going to the corner of the browser and I'm grabbing the screen. Click and hold. And I'm dragging it side to side. Or if I come to the very top, up and down. Okay. So this is
Okay.
because you guys are on laptops and you need two screens so you can work side to side like I've been doing. So great question, Angel. To make a new screen after you resize it and you have all this desktop space, you just click on a tab and then click and hold or click and drag and you can bring this over here like that and then resize it to make two screens. Okay.
All right.
So everybody want to take a moment to set that up that way, because when we do the problem, we're going to have our Google Doc on this screen. And on this screen over here, we're going to be working on our problem and making calculations. All right. So let's jump into it because we only got a little time today. And we got three problems to run through. Now, you click on your apps. Make sure you're in your account. I'm in my Camelot, but you can be in an account where all your work is stored. And you're going to click on Google Apps. Once you do that, you can click on Documents or Docs and click on Blank. Okay. So now that we have that, you guys should have what I have on my screen set up so we can begin working. The very first thing you want to do is come up here and click on the document title. Now this is different from your header. This is just how
how do I get that on my phone?
you see that's the thing, and they're going to be calling parents. You guys cannot do this type of work that well on a phone. You have to sit down at a computer and do it.
So go on Google
Man.
Docs.
Yes.
Okay.
So try to set your screens up like mine's so you can follow along with what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna write everything on the notes.
Yeah, some students, Mario, they took screenshots and then once everything was done, they went back and they typed it up, I guess, on their phone. That's very hard to do. So the name of the document is
Hold
going to be
on, I'll be back. I'm gonna send you with a computer.
okay. I'll be waiting for you to come back, but it's best you do it that way. So we're going to type "do now" for the title, and this again, this allows you to find the document in your Google Documents. You can find any Google document or spreadsheet or whatever you created from a Google app in your Google Drive. So get in the habit of naming your documents. If you don't name it, you'll have like 1,000 untitled documents. It'll be hard for you to find your work for Friday quizzes. All right, so now let's go through it. This is due now, and we're just going to keep it simple. It's for today's date. So this is the 9th of September, 2020. All right. And next part is, of course, we do what? We make our header. So my header will be my name, the date, of course. And then lastly, just the information about the class. So it's done neatly. So that'll be period 2. And this is physics. Okay. Come down. The name of or the title that goes in the body of the document is going to click on the middle. So let me do that. I'm going to blow it up and put it back. And then you can change your resolution some if you can't see too well. And somebody else is coming in. Give me a second, you all. Who is this? Okay, that's Mario. He came back. Good. All right, so Mario, we're just doing our header and beginning to create where we're going to put our problem at, which is this. So the next thing is a title. And this title is still going to be work and energy. So I'm going to click on the center and say work and energy, because that's a section and concept we're working on. Next thing you're going to do is grab the problem. So again, I want you to copy all this here. I'm just highlighting in Edsby the problems. Okay. Now I highlighted all the way down, right? From starting with the synchronous explanation all the way down to here. And I'm gonna try to power through this so we can have a big break. If you have questions, let me know. But again, honestly, this recording will be available at least after 5 p.m. So you can go back and try to finish up. You also, yes,
It's not letting me copy and paste on mine.
copy and paste what?
All that thing is not letting me copy and paste it because so I have to install something
Okay, so take a moment,
on
try
my
to install
computer.
it. Well, take a moment, try to install it or retype it. But you probably need to get a mouse so you can right click like I'm doing and copy. If you can't do that, can you highlight it?
Yeah.
If you
But
highlight
every
it,
time I try to copy it, it's telling me to install something.
okay, so here's what you do. Highlight it and then hold control and press C. And that should copy it to the clipboard so you can come
Okay.
over to your Google Doc and paste it.
All right.
Does that work for you?
No, let me see right now. Let me see. You can continue though.
I'm sorry? I can
I said we
continue.
can continue though.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I've copied this much. If everybody can see what I've copied, the problem from Edsby. And now I'm going to paste it inside of my Google document. Okay. Let me just clean this up for you because it's all centered. Make it look like a problem set. Okay. So to explain, because we got a few problems to knock out. S problems we do in class, right? A problems we do outside of class, meaning at home. You can come back to class tomorrow and I'll give you tips and clues, but all this is going to be due by tomorrow 8 p.m. Okay, so let's get started so we can really get a lot done today and we won't have much to do tomorrow because there'll be a new assignment for tomorrow. All right, so number one, can I get Miss, let's see who's here, and just want to make sure participation points are correct. Change my view. There we go. So let's, Miss Brown, Lisa, can you read number one?
Yeah. Wait. 1S, a typical E. coli bacterium is about 0.9 millimeters in length. Convert this length to meters.
Yes. Thank you. Just make a note. All right. So how do we do this problem, right? Well, yesterday we did dimensional analysis, and there's a video on how to do that you might want to go back and review. What you want to do is start off with the typical conversion process. If any of you students have had me before to convert anything, I've always told you just put it over 1, whatever you're trying to convert. In this problem, they want you to convert millimeters to just meters. So we got to go back to that sheet I shared with you all yesterday about what milli, centa, kilo, what those prefixes mean. All right, so let's get started on this. We're going to take the original number value, and that is, what do we say? It was 0. It was 0, 0. There's 3 zeros there. I'll take this here, and I hope you're typing along with me because once I get done with problem 1, I'm going to have you share out for participation points. So try to type as I type, and when you're presenting, you can get the points quickly. So I'm going to start with this, and then we're going to make a quick fraction. Because we got to put this over 1 to begin converting it. Do what I'm doing. All I'm doing is pressing the minus sign and pressing it as many times as I need to make a division bar. This will be multiplied by something we need to remove, the milli. So here we go. Making another division bar. I'm going to come over and I'm going to leave that there for a second because now we need to discuss prefixes like we did yesterday. So if you click in here for a new tab, if you have it set up the way I have, you can type, for instance, what does milli mean? Right? And if I come down, I didn't want to use the Wiktionary, but does that give me what I want? I should have did centa. Let's do centa because all those are prefixes. What it says here is 10 to the negative 3. In fact, does it do it this link? Yes, it does. And this is exactly what I wanted. So this is what we talked about yesterday. Centa is 10 to the negative 2. So milli is going to be 10 to the negative 3. I'm going to put this document in the chat so you can always have it ready to review. Just a quick reference when we're doing these type of problems. And also for your Friday quizzes, so you'll be successful. All right, so we know milli means that it's a meter that's multiplied by 10 to the negative 3, which moves the decimal places, if it's behind the 1, 3 places over. So let me go back to this. We know that 1 millimeter, right? This is what we did yesterday with our age, but it's a little different now. 1 millimeter is going to be equivalent to, what did we say? 10, if you remember milli, its equivalent is 10 raised to the power of negative 3. So -3, but I'm going to highlight it a little bit. And I'm going to raise it by clicking on Format and going to Text. Once in text, you can click on Superscript. This allows you to make it look like an exponent. But when you get done with that, this is a tedious process to it. You got to go back to the format, click on text, and turn that off. Otherwise, everything else you write will be in superscript, which is an exponent. How do you split the screen?
Can you repeat your
I
title?
can. I got two questions. Mario was first, Mims, and I'm gonna come back to your question, Mims. So I don't forget, type your question in the chat, okay? But or just remind me to repeat myself for whatever it was. Mario, to split the screens, you want to grab the end of a browser, right? And you can stretch it out, or you can make it smaller. And all I did, if I minimize this, is I opened a tab after I resized this, right, to about there. I can open a tab and then bring this over. That's all I did, Mario. Okay. So, Mims, you want me to repeat what exactly? Because I didn't want to lose that train of thought.
The format that you
Okay.
did to make the -3.
So you talking about this here? All right.
Yes.
So, okay. We started with what we wanted to convert, right? And that's this. You put it over 1, like a fraction. The next thing is you're going to multiply it by an equivalent proportion. Now, all I was doing is setting it up based upon what we know about what milli means, just the milli part, because the goal is to just get meters. If you looked at the question, convert this to meters. So what I was saying was, I want to cancel out millimeters and just leave meters. Well, if we go back to our document that I put in the chat, milli means 10 to the -3. So in order to drop off or cross cancel out millimeters, we have to put its equivalent or in proportions. This is basically Ms. Mims' cross cancellation of fractions, or called dimensional analysis. So this is meters now, right? Because that says for 10 to the -3 meters, you have 1 millimeter. That's the equivalent that you just have to know, just like kilo or centa. All right, does that help you? Because I'm about to move to the next step. All right,
Yes.
so now we got to cancel out what's evident. Let me move this and just make it look identical. So just like cross cancellation, if I divide it Aaliyah by Aaliyah, so Aaliyah divided by Aaliyah, what does that equal?
Yeah.
Thank you, Angel. You remembered. Because yesterday that gave you grief. So like he said, and you got credit for that, participation point for that. It's only 1. So now all that cancels out, if you understand that, it's just millimeter divided by millimeter is 1. They cancel out. And I'm going to format, clicking on text, and going straight to strikeout. So now I think we can just rewrite this so we can begin calculating, because we got there. We just got to calculate it. So when we rewrite this, oops, 1 second. When we rewrite this, we get what? Well, the millimeters are gone. So that becomes what? This number here. And that is going to be multiplied by this 10 to the -3rd, which is a number. And make sure I turn that off because I see it's still superscript. There we go. And it's just meters now. Now, in case you're wondering, anything over 1 is itself. But the reason we put it over 1 is so we can cancel things out. If there's something in the bottom, that's going to be all that multiplied and divided by whatever is left in the bottom. Kind of like what we did with our age calculation yesterday. So we put equal sign here. And this is the part where we use Symbolab to help us finish off the problem. So I'm going to resize. And I'm going to open a tab over here in my work window and say, hey, Symbolab. I'm going to put that in the chat to you for you as well. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and put this here for you guys. He said, don't work on this one. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. You just gotta practice. You probably need a mouse, Mario. But I put in the chat the symbol app, and all I'm doing is I'm taking this number and I'm gonna put it into symbol app to see if it works. Now you got to be careful because you see that there. It 10 minus 3, not 10 to the power of negative 3. So I'm gonna remove that so you don't get the wrong calculations. I noticed this yesterday with students. And you click on this exponent button, and you can put -3. Oh, now that we got that set up, we can just hit enter. And now you have what? You have what it actually becomes. Actually, you could do this in your head because 10 to the -3 is just moving this decimal place over 1, 2, 3 times. And now you got your answer. So the final answer is, let's put that in there, is going to be equal to 0.30, is it 3 zeros? Yeah, and 9. And this will be measured in terms of meters. I'm going to highlight that because that's the answer to our synchronous problem number 1. Okay. So let's move on. I want to give you guys a 5-minute break because we've been sitting, but also to use this time to catch up and type everything. So once you get done, put your cursor here. I'm gonna scroll back up on 2S. I'll give you a 5-minute break. We're gonna do 2S, and then we're gonna try to work on 3S. If not, we're gonna start on it in the morning, or I might omit it. But I just want you to get this much typed up and have a 5-minute break to stretch your legs, use the bathroom, or whatever the case may be. So let me start my timer. I'll put a clock up on the screen. Yes.
I can't even see the letters. They look so small.
The letters. Let me see. What are you talking about? Like the typing?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Is that better? That's the best I can do.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. You got to click on my window because you probably have all the student pictures up, and basically when you click on that window, there's a little bell button, and that button allows you to basically expand that screen. Okay. So it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at another student's picture or thumbnail is what it's called, you won't be able to see the entire screen. But I got this blown up to 200%. So you got to try to work with that. And the recording will be available after 5 p.m. today. I try to stay diligent about that. Starting the 5-minute clock now. All right, let's begin. We got a lot to cover before class is over. We end at 11:10, so I'm going to try to get as much done as possible. The next part is, well, let me do a quick check-in. Let me look at this here. All right, so students, if you could just type in the chat that you've returned back from the quick break we had. So Mims, okay, see Mario, thank you. Lisa's there. I'm waiting on Mims, Courtney, Jacqueline. Okay, Jacqueline's there. Okay, Angel's there. Courtney, you there? Awesome, awesome. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's get this stuff done so we don't have too much to do tomorrow, because there is a new assignment tomorrow. So now we're looking at the conversion of part A and part B in this problem. Who can I get for participate? Mims, can you read number 2S? Leah, your mic's off. Are you there?
I got you.
Okay, a minivan
She got
sale
it.
for $4,100. Give the price of the minivan in A dollars and B mega dollars. I'm excited.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to look at what mega means, right? So let's start with our 44,000 and put it over 1, right? So 44,000, right? Dollars is what we're starting with. Like our age calculation and calculation above. We're going to put that over 1. Should be typing what I'm typing. And then next, we're going to multiply that by another proportion or fraction that allows us to cancel out dollars and just leave mega dollars. So in order to do that, we got to know what mega means. So $1 mega dollar, I'm going to put $1 has to be matching in amount to a mega dollar. So what is $1 mega dollar? Now I put this in the numerator because I want to be able to cross out dollars and only leave mega dollars. So let's start with our the link I gave you guys. Who can tell me by using that wiki link I put in the chat what mega means? That's 10 to the what power? Let's see who types it in the chat first. I don't want to share the screen as to what it is. I want to see who was paying attention. Who can tell me what mega means in the prefix section of that document? That's 10 to what power? 10. Oh, Lisa caught it. 10 to the 6th power. Thank you, Lisa. Hold on 1 second. Write that down. Very good. Very quick. All right. So that means in order to cancel out, let me go back. Because Lisa caught it real quick. Let me go back to this. We want to cancel out that. We have to say that is 10 to the 6th power, right? So let me come over here. I'm going to write 6, but I'm going to highlight the 6. Hit format, text, and then superscript. So now I have 10 to the 6th power. But be careful. You'll keep on typing, and it'll be all small up there. We only want the 6 to be raised to that power. Go back to format and turn off the superscript. And that's dollars. But 10 to the $6 is equivalent to $1 mega dollar. Guess what cancels out? Who can tell me what cancels out here? Type it in the chat if you think you know. Let's see who gets it first. Oh, C Money. I'm sorry. Courtney got it. I can't use your nicknames. They told us that this morning. Almost Jacqueline, but I'll give you some of the credit too, dear. Give me a second to write this down. Courtney was quick with the fingers. All right, Dixon. All right, and Camacho. Okay, so let me keep going because we're getting close to the end of class, and I want to get to 3S. We cancel that out, right? So we go to format, strike through, and format down here because those crossed out. Remember, anything over itself equals 1. All right, so now we can rewrite this. This is that situation where I say if there's something still in the bottom, you got to make sure it goes with your calculation. That's going to be $44,000 are canceled, multiplied by $1 mega dollar. All right, so we just rewrite that as what? That'll be 44,000 no dollars multiplied by just mega dollars. But before we do that, we got something in the bottom. That 10 to the 6 wasn't crossed out, so you got to put that in your calculation. So it'll be 44,000 divided by 10 to the 6. And those dollars down there are canceled too. Turn that superscript up because I see it's up there. Put parentheses around this because you have to do that math operation first. And now we just got mega dollars. Okay. Now, what does that become? You have to use your symbol lab, right? So let's go back to our trusty calculator, online calculator. And remember, you got to tell symbol lab that it is 10 to the 6. Do not just copy this over there. Because as you saw in the last problem, it said 10 minus 6. Well, if you put that down there, probably 106 in the calculator. You don't want that. So that's 44,000 multiplied by, and then we could put 10 and this button here, and just press 6. I did that wrong because it's divided, right? Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now I got to get rid of this. There we go. And then it's 10 divided. I just looked over like that's divided, not multiplied. Awesome. And your answer is right there. It's 0.044. You all should be trying this out because on asynchronous time, you're going to need this calculator to do the rest of these problems at home. 0.044. And that's mega dollars. Right, so that's the answer to part A. Part B, I want you to try on your own, but I really want to talk about this last one so you have time, all right? If you get part B, that'll be extra credit if you did it on your own. If not, I'll briefly cover it, but I want you to try this out. So this is your part B of 2S, part A, I'm sorry. And then you'll have part B, I want you to try on your own. It's the same procedure, but you got to be careful as to what you're using. Remember, let me blow this back up. You had in part A, well, we did part B. That's why I was saying B. That's mega. But in A, you got kilo dollars. And I want you guys to do the kilo dollar version. So this will be your part A that you got to fill out like I did. But I want you to figure out, like I think it was Lisa did, what power are you going to use to cancel that out correctly? Part A that you have to do on your own. And then 3S, let's work through that quickly so I can give you guys a decent break because we get out of here at 11:10. No, 10:10, I'm sorry. Am I saying it right? No, 11:10. What the heck? Look at this calendar all cross-eyed. So here we go. And I'm going to do one of these, and this is another one you got to do on your own. Now, me making you do this on your own is giving you practice for 4A and 5A. So get in the habit of setting these fractions up so you can cancel things out correctly. All right, so how do we start this one off? Well, it says a warehouse. In fact, let me stop. Participation point moment. I think last time, Angel, did you want to jump in, or Mario? I need someone to read 3S. Can I go back up? Yeah. But this is a recording, and Mims, we got to come back to it. So just watch the recording, but I got to continue because we only got a few more minutes. So 3S, can I get, who was it? Mario, can you read it? If not, Angel.
A warehouse is
Okay, go ahead.
a warehouse is 1891 centimeters long, 1,712 centimeters wide, and 394 centimeters high. What is the volume in cubic meters?
Very good, very good. Thank you, sir. All right, and now what we're going to do is Stonewall just entered. Stonewall, did you want to interject?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you in the chat the link for GGI that students should
Yep.
report to.
That's what I thought you were doing because I don't know what the links are. So
Yeah,
thank you.
it's coming right now, and so just kind of encourage them to be there after second period, 11:15.
Okay, so everybody heard that GGI, Mr. Stonewall is going to put the links in there. Make sure you copy it to a document so you can get in there, or just stick around and you can click on the links. But let's finish. Let's power through this problem real quick so you can at least have this done and get a majority of the credit for today because I want to let you guys a little early, let you go a little early. What you want to do is, like we did before, understand that the problem is asking you for the volume in meters only, not centimeters. So it's not centimeters cubed, it's meters cubed. So we got to take this value and each of these values and convert them to just meters, just like we did with the dollars earlier. All right. Now, you may not know, and we're stretched for time, but the equation for volume, this is geometry we're talking about here, is equal to length times width times height, right? In case you forgot. Angel left. Uh-oh. I hope he's coming back. He came back. Okay. I was like, dude, why are you leaving? Okay, you must be having issues. He's fixing them. Okay, so we have
Yeah,
that equation. Okay, I was just worried for a second. I was like, I don't want to have to report that. So let's start with the length. We got to convert our length, and they give it to us long, right? So to convert length, I spelled that wrong. Typing too fast. To convert length, we got to first put what we want to convert over 1, and that's this 18 or 1,891 centimeters. So we're going to take that and put it over 1. And we're doing the same thing we did before and what we did, I think, in an earlier problem yesterday or something. Let me come over. Put that over 1, like we did all the other problems. This is all dimensional analysis problems. So if the problem says dimensional analysis, you know to find this Google Doc that you turned in a while back to get the problem done. All right, so what do we need to convert centimeters? Well, we got to go back to our handy document. This is a hint participation point moment. What does centi mean? That's 10 to the what power? Let's see who types it first. Anybody got that Google Doc still, or that wiki link I gave you? You have to look up what centi means and tell me what power it is in the chat. Let's see, 30 seconds. Nobody knows. Nobody's typing it. Well, all right, let me go back to the document then. In case you forgot, in this document, centi means to the -2. Oh, Lisa just said it. Okay. I was about to give up on it, Lisa. Okay. 10 to the -2. So we're going to put what? We're going to say, hey, in the bottom, we want to cancel out centimeters, right? Because anything over itself, so you got to set it up. If you put it up here, they'll multiply and you get centimeters squared. You want to put it down here so you can cancel it out. So 1 centimeter is equivalent to what? Lisa just told us, right? That's going to be 10 raised to the -2. So I'm going to write -2, but I'm going to highlight that negative and that 2. Go to format, text, superscript, and come over. You don't want to change it. After you got it set the way you want, click behind it, and then format, text, turn off superscript. And what is this going to be now? Well, we just changed the prefix of centi to this, so it's just meters. All right. Now you got to convert the rest of these to get, I'm going to do one more, but to get ready for the volume equation. So once you get length converted, which we're about to do, you got to go back and convert the width, which is y, and the height, which is h, right? In your equation. Multiply them together, and you'll have your volume equation. Done. All right. So we got 3 steps to this, right? Let's get the answer to length. So that's going to be equal to, well, I forgot to cancel out some things. So centimeters cancels. All right. Strike that out. And then centimeters will cancel. because centimeters divided by centimeters is 1. That's what we was discussing earlier. And with those canceled, it's just going to be, because these are over 1, so we don't have to worry about those. It's going to be this 1,891 multiplied by this value here in terms of meters. Okay? So we can put this in our calculator real quick in Symbolab. And remember, nothing's in the bottom, like I told you earlier. It's just ones. So we put at 1,891, and it's multiplied by 10, right? Press the exponent button here, and it's going to be -2. So we get an answer of what? Let's take a look. 18.91. That's moving a decimal like we did with that -3 over 2 places, in case you want to do it in your head. Quick trick for SAT and ACT testing. The length is equal to 18.91, and that's just meters. Right? So I'm going to do one more with you, and then we're going to go, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to like head out and get yourself ready for GGI. So let me blow this up. Same procedure. They're all sent. I'm going to show you a quick trick to get most of this done fast. So I'm going to copy all of this. I'm just going to make some quick edits. If you're confused, speak up now. All I did is copy that section, paste it, and if you pay attention to what you're doing, let me slow down. This is the final answer here. I'm going to bold this. Well, it's not the final answer. I'm underlining it because that's just one part of it. You need to take this and the next one and the one you're going to do and recalculate when you multiply them together, volume. So we got this. Now we're working on what? We're working on our width. So let me change these words. Okay. And that's centimeters, but that number is not that number. What was that number now? Going to be 1712, right? 1,712. And that number also goes down here. Everybody following what I'm doing, or is this confusing? Okay. Last one is width down here. We got to recalculate. And this is not the answer because we got to recalculate it. So what do we get when we take that? So just to recap, because it's kind of close to that 3-minute mark before I can let you guys get ready for GGI, I just simply took the values above, and to show you how simple it was once you understand how to convert or cross cancel, I found out my length. And then I took this section and recopied it. Now I'm doing width. The value above is for our wide, right? I put that there, and it's still centimeters. I want to get rid of centimeters. I did the same exact thing, crossed out centimeters using this conversion process. And then it becomes this now. And before you ask, yes, do I have to type all this up? There are students who do exactly what I do and they get full credit. There are students that cut corners and they don't get all the credit. So please put the problems in there, do all the steps, and you don't have to worry about, why did I get 70? Why did I get 60? Because you didn't do everything. All right. So let's calculate this and then we can get ready to go. So what is that going to be? Well, I could just take this number and replace it with 1,712, right? Hit enter. It's already set up for it. And I get 17.12. Right, I'm going to underline that because that's one more part. Now, you're going to have to finish this off, right? By tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing, I want you guys to share out your screens to show how far you've gotten. So be prepared for that. And you also have to at least start on 4A and 5A. That's got to be typed in there what you did using the techniques I showed you earlier on. All right. This video will be available later on. I want to say after 5. So you don't have to panic. But you got one more section to do, which is, what do we say, length? No, height. you got to recalculate everything for that last value of height. That's where you guys got to finish. And then once you get the height part, you go back and it'll be length, which is this number, times width, which is this number, and the height that you calculate. Don't forget, earlier on, you got to still do part A on your own. And while tonight you're working, work on parts asynchronously, homework assignments 4A and 5A. Okay, so give it a try, and we'll discuss it in the morning with the new assignment. At this point, you can leave and get ready for your next your GPI. The link is there in the chat. Mr. Stone will provide it as to where you're supposed to be going. If you are in GGI, the staff will tell me, and you will get extra credit. So don't use this as a way to get out of doing nothing. Go to that GGI, because if I see that, that can be some extra credit. And participate. Okay, so GGI is starting. I need you guys to get going. Click on that link that Stonewall's provided to get over there.
Mr. Tyler, I
Page,
just
yes.
came back, so I don't know what's the thing.
You say you came back, so the link didn't show for you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to repost it again. Do you see it, Angel?
Yeah, I'm going to it right now.
All right, see you later.
All right.
Lisa, you going to GGI, sweetheart? You still here? Gotta click on the link, Lisa, to get to GGI.